Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your great support always. I'm so grateful for your continued support to this channel. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Now, there is a course where Ahmednasir Abdulai, Senior Counsel, together with the former President of Law Society of Kenya, Nelson Havi, they are coming up with a process of removing the corrupt judges, including the Chief Justice of the Republic of Kenya, Martha Koome. They are claiming that the Kenyan judiciary has never been this corrupt before. And their mission is very clear, that they are going after these judges who are corrupt, including their boss, Chief Justice Martha Koome. As I was just listening to the argument of Ahmednasir Abdulai, Senior Counsel, he is robust how these individuals are destroying our judiciary in the name of doing justice to Kenyans. And so I want you to listen to the Ahmednasir Abdulai, Senior Counsel argument. Then we continue.
He taught law for all these years. I taught law. I practiced this. We can tell you from where we sit that the Kenyan judiciary has never been this corrupt. Yes, that you can take. It has never been this corrupt. We had other problems in the 80s and 90s of lack of political independence, some other issues here and there, police brutality, KANU issues. But this issue of judges taking bribe on a daily basis, on every case they handle. This is something that has snowballed in the last 10 years. Yes, and that is why people are losing their property. Gibson tells you there is no longer, the rule of law is completely finished. The rule of money reigns supreme. And in Kenya, I can tell you, it doesn't matter the court, the High Court, and especially the High Court, the Magistrate, and the Supreme Court. There is no judgment you cannot buy. And a country cannot survive if the justice system is fueled by money. The country will collapse. And that is why we are now actually making all these cries and noise that as Kenyans, we have to address this problem. The challenge facing the judiciary is the biggest challenge facing Kenya today.
So that is what Ahmednasir Abdulai is coming out to say. Now, I want to say before you listen to what Nelson Havi is also coming out to say, you can clearly understand how Kenyans are now furious with how Chief Justice Martha Koome is controlling the judiciary. The way I told you before that our judiciary is in trouble. Why? When look at the justices, or rather injustices, that they have not served Kenyans with. It is so worrying, are we having judiciary or not? Because sometimes it is contradicting. You find that the High Court will come out with this ruling, the Court of Appeal will come with another contradicting verdict. Again, the Supreme Court can come with any judgment. Then I ask myself, are they having a system whereby they are having workflow where if it is justice that is being served to the people, it is justice. Hakuna mapendeleo. But when you look at the judiciary of Chief Justice Martha Koome, it is very wanting. And you can tell it, Kenyans, that we are not having even judiciary, because if the boss herself, Martha Koome, she's a don't care, whatever is coming out, because remember, sometimes she's being consulted by these judges in terms of some judgments, inatoka, but seems like Martha Koome has been captured, and anything to do with the justices that we want in our judiciary is not there. I want you to listen to also Nelson Havi coming up with his argument. You will understand the trajectory these people are having, that they are now having a course of removing Chief Justice Martha Koome together with these corrupt judges. That the Kenyan judiciary has never been this corrupt. And so their mission is very clear. But before we watch Nelson Havi, as you always do, please consider liking the video. When you like the video, you automatically support the work that I'm doing this channel, because sometimes you watch and you forget liking the video. So this is just a reminder. As you watch, please consider liking the video. Let us listen to Nelson Havi.
For that reason, that it cannot be expected of the Judicial Service Commission to take charge of her. And there is precedent to what we are saying. We demanded the resignation of Bernard Chunga, and he indeed did resign. Evans Gisheru was more wiser than all of them. He saw the need to resign rather than continue as a Court of Appeal judge. And that's why we have been emphatic. We'll go for all these judges, and we'll go for the commissioners of the Judicial Service Commission who do not want to do their work. And it's imperative that you, as the press, give momentum to this exercise. You are the light that shines to illuminate the paths, especially when it comes to the rule of law and democracy. And this must be done. It must be done not for us. And let me dissuade those young lawyers who are saying these four are taking up this initiative because they have lost their contacts with the judges they used to bribe. Where? We've made our bonds, and we're doing this for you. We are on the exit. We are leaving this practice of law. And if we don't sanitize this judicial system, it is you who will suffer. And it's therefore incumbent upon you, who constitute the Calvary of the legal profession, to come up and support this initiative. Bring complaints. I'm overwhelmed. Like today alone, I've received more than 100 complaints. I have one here about a judge in Kitale. If you read it, you will stop practicing law as an advocate. This, friends, is the problem that is bedeviling us right now. It must be resolved.
So now, the way you have listened to Ahmednasir Abdulai, you have listened to Nelson Havi, the former president of Law Society of Kenya. I want to say that the movement is going to be so little against them. I know how Ahmednasir Abdulai has been always hard to this judiciary. Sometimes he has been suspended from even representing any case in Supreme Court. Yes, you saw the other day. Also, Nelson Havi has been always hard on this judiciary. So I think the big problem that we are having in this country is that we are having judiciary that is not functional. Number two, even if the judiciary is functional, they are not serving Kenyans with justices. Sijui kama mnanipata hapo. They are not serving Kenyans with justices. Now, when you look on the other side, William Ruto decided that the only way he was going to win his moves is by ensuring that he's going to put the judiciary in his pocket. And no wonder some judgments are usually favoring William Ruto, not even Kenyans. And that is something that I can tell you without any fear of contradiction, that if this is the trajectory we are going to have, then our country is done. What do you expect 2027 if we are going to have some problems there? It means tunaenda kuingizwa kwa moto. Na hii moto ni kana kwamba William Ruto wants to take all together with Martha Koome, who is a don't care with whatever is likely to come. Whatever is likely to come from judiciary. Remember, when we are having a failing legislature and we're having a failing executive, on the same note, we are having a failing judiciary. Are we having a country there? We don't have a country. Because one man is controlling all these three arms of the government: judiciary, legislature, and executive. The man controls everything. And that is why Martha Koome, who is the Chief Justice of the Republic of Kenya, has fallen on the bucket trap of William Ruto. And that is why anazungukana tu hapo. But some issues that we expect of her is not coming very clear. Chief Justice has been always advocating for these delayed justices, delayed injustices, may pile up in our courts. But again, we are finding that these injustices pile in our courts because these judges are corrupt. You must do something, give them money. You've seen even Nelson Havi presenting a complaint of a judge, that should be removed immediately. These people are receiving bribes, Look at the issue of Kawira Mongaza. I saw some issues there that the judge that extended the conservatory order of course, to block the next process after the impeachment of Kawira Mongaza from Senate. Now that the conservatory has been extended for 120 days, and some individuals came out saying that that judge was manipulated, now is being driven by some small money there so that he continued to put Kawira Mongaza in office. So we are having judges who are not really serving the interest of Kenyans, but they are busy serving their own interest. The basis of now delivering justice, but it is not justice. So I think the course and the move by Nelson Havi, the former president of Law Society of Kenya, and the senior counsel, that is Ahmednasir Abdulai, if they are going to be serious, then there's a possibility of several judges and perhaps the Chief Justice being removed from the office. Because remember, we have been always singing about Ruto must go, but we usually don't sing Madam Hot Hair must go. So we are waiting how things are going to be. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Bye-bye till we meet in another video.